How's it going, everybody? Welcome to BitHouse. My name is Abraham and I'm here today with another video, and this time I'm going to be talking about the recent PlayStation event that took place today, and that to reveal the new console, which is supposed to be which was recently known as the PS4 Neo, is now officially known as the PlayStation 4 Pro. So first, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to talk about just the event in general and just give my quick thoughts on what I thought overall. So without further ado, let's get started. So first things first, the big announcement that no one expected. I mean, I didn't see this coming. I'm pretty sure no one did. Sony revealed that the PS4 Slim, they revealed the PS4 Slim. I mean, I didn't see that coming, and it's gonna be at the price range of $299, so it's gonna be cheaper. And it's going to be coming out September 15. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I didn't see that coming. Obviously, I'm joking. I know some of you guys are typing in the comments right now if you're watching. Oh, it's been leaked already. I know it was leaked. I'm just kind of being sarcastic here. Obviously, everyone saw this coming. I mean, and it kind of showed with the reaction. There was just crickets. That's really the best way to describe it. Crickets. It was like no one was clapping. It was just like PS4 Slim. Crickets, 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 and then that's it. So they didn't really. I mean, it wasn't really surprising at all. So obviously they just had to. To me, it was stupid for Sony not to officially confirm it, and then just maybe in the event, just show the price range and the release date, and that's all you gotta do. Just mention. Oh, obviously yes, it was leaked, but we're happy to announce it's priced at $299, and it's gonna be releasing September 15th, which is in a few weeks. So I mean, they could have just say yes, it leaked, and here's the price and then that would have been better than just announcing it like it's brand new, like no one knew about it. But that's just me. But anyways, nothing's different from this PS4. It's not like the Xbox One Slim, where there's like has more. It can play 4K video and stuff like that. It has HDR and stuff like that. It's nothing like that. Everything's the same out of the box as a PS4. So essentially, it's just a slimmer PS4. But the one thing Sony did say, and because they were pretty much focusing on 4K and HDR this whole conference, is that they're adding via patch for all PS4 models HDR. They're patching HDR to it, and I'm not really a technical guy, but it's something that has to do with the display on the TVs or colors or some crap like that. It makes it look better. I don't know, but it's gonna be patched to all PS4, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, that's the PS4 Slim. Nothing different, just same PS4, just slimmer. But the main event, the head honcho of the event was the PS4 Pro. That was dubbed the Neo, if you codename Neo, but now officially PS4 Pro, and it's gonna be coming out with the terabyte and an upgraded GPU. Again, it's just that's all they said. They didn't really go over the specs in detail, but that's pretty much it. Which I'll talk over what my overall thoughts at the end of the video. But they also said that it's gonna have forward computability. That's in quotes right there. Computability, not compatibility. Computability. I guess they made up a new word. I don't know. But anyways, what this does is it allows older PS4 titles to be able to get upscaled, maybe via a patch or something. I think that's what they mentioned, via a patch. Depends on the developers. So it'll upscale it to 4K. Because they did show older games like Infamous Second Son, which is a great game, by the way, if you haven't played it. And it showed like the particle effects, 4K. They also showed recent games like Deus Ex Mankind Divided in 4K, Uncharted 4 obviously in 4K, Tomb Raider in 4K. So there's a lot of games, and even Call of Duty Infinite Warfare in 4K. So it's cool that they're doing this, which is they're doing this because they don't want to alienate people, which they have to do. So that's cool how they're doing that. But again, it's all up to the developers. And since it's a lot of people will have questions that will they have new games or have new disc or whatever, and the answer is no. There's not going to be no PS4 Pro specific disc or downloads. Everything's gonna be on the same disc. The way I see it, and the simpler way to see it for those of you who are maybe not, still confused, is think of it like on a PC game, where if you go to the options menu and you go to this, to the graphics, you hit, medium, high, ultra. Think of it like the PS4 Pro being an ultra setting and your PS4 being a high setting. So once you put the disc in, it immediately reads, it's a PS4 Pro, so it puts it up to the ultra setting. If it's on the PS4, it puts it to the high setting. That's the easiest way to put it. So for those of you still confused, which is pretty much what it's doing. So anyways, that's pretty cool that they're doing that, how they're upscaling, which kind of makes you want to play older games that that PS4 Pro compatible now. Say, oh, let's see how Uncharted looks. Let's see how this game looks. Just quick try, real quick, and just to see the difference, which is pretty cool. So this isn't really pertaining to me, but for those of you who are really big on watching movies, YouTube, and stuff like that, the PS4 Pro is gonna have a 4K Netflix and YouTube app. So you'll be able to stream 4K shows and movies and stuff like that on Netflix, as well as on YouTube, 4K video. So that's pretty cool as well. And at the end, they released the price point. And I must say, if this price point, I don't know, to me it seems too good to be true, which I'll explain at the end of the video. But it is going to be priced at $399. Yes, $400, and it's going to be released this year, November 10th. And they did reveal the console, and the way the console looks is pretty much looks exactly like a PS4 Slim, but just with like another attachment on top. Like if you put another smaller PS4 on top, it's like a double layered PS4, if you know what I'm talking about. Kind of like the old school PS4 CD drive, not the PS4, the N64 CD drives and all that they used to have back in the day. Well, it looks like they just added like another layer. It's pretty much exactly what it looks like. It's just like looks like they just added an attachment to the PS4, and that's the PS4 Pro. But anyway, so that's the conference in a nutshell. Overall, what did I think about it? I guess it was okay. It wasn't anything special. I feel like a lot of people came in thinking it was going to be really extravagant E3. But nah, it was just more formal, like a formal event, should I say. Because there wasn't really a lot of clapping. It was more of a professional event. So it wasn't really that exciting, but it did its job, per se. Now, I did come out with some questions at the end that hopefully Sony will answer, and that is, will the price point being at $399, essentially $400, will it run at 60 frames? Will the games run at 60 frames per second, true 4K, not upscaled 4K, true 4K? Because if it does run at true 4K and at 60 frames per second, the games be able to run that, that would be amazing at $400. Out of that price range, that is a steal right there. And obviously Sony's gonna take a big hit on this, but they're doing it for their customers. And if it is what it is supposed to be, a true 4K 60 frames per second gaming machine, I mean, good on Sony. They're probably gonna be taking a huge loss on this, but they're doing it for the gamers. And if it's not, but my 2 cents is telling me it's most likely upscaled. And the reason I think this is because of price point, it's releasing this year, and they didn't go over the specs. And immediately, for those, I don't really know much about specs, but my brother does. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know about specs. I'm pretty sure if they showed the specs, you would have known right away. Nope, that's not gonna run true 4K. And I think that's why they didn't reveal the specs. So those to me are red flags, but who knows? I could be wrong. And again, if it is true 4K at 60 frames per second gaming, I mean, that is at $400. That's as good as it gets, really. Which brings me to another point. If Microsoft, remember E3 was touting that their Project Scorpio is the true 4K gaming machine. Like, what? You know what I mean? Then why are they releasing next year? It's going to be cost more, or is it like I mentioned? Is it that Sony's PS4 Pro is just upscaled while the Scorpio is going to be the true 4K machine, and you're going to be able to see that in the price range that it's gonna come out. So again, we'll know that in the future. Hopefully Sony, you know, clarifies on the specs and all that. So what other things that I have on my notes? Let's see. All right, so one last thing, it's just my opinion. After seeing all this, to me personally, I won't buy a PS4 Pro until I probably get a 4K TV. Right now, I don't have a 4K TV, and in my opinion, I suggest you guys do as well, because you won't really see the benefits of the PS4 Pro. PS4 Pro. I mean, that's really hard to say. PS4 Pro, PS4, like, tongue twister. But anyways, getting sidetracked here. You won't see the benefits of the console unless you have obviously a 4K TV. If you don't have a 4K TV, it's not like your console. It's not like you buy the PS4 and you don't have a 4K TV. It's not gonna work on your 1080p TV. It'll work, but again, it'll just probably just be upscaled or stuff like that. But you won't get the full 4K, visual fidelity that you bought the console for. So again, in my opinion, I would say don't buy it unless you have a 4K TV. But then again, who am I to tell you guys how to spend your money? I mean, if you want to buy it, more power to you. But me personally, I'll hold off on it until I have a 4K TV. That way I can really take full advantage and be able to see the 4K. And you know what I mean? And really get my money's worth out of the console. So yeah, that was the PlayStation Sony, whatever they call it, like little mini event for the PS4 Pro. Again, nothing really exciting, special, but did its job. And PS4 Pro, I mean, seems too good to be true with that price point. But if it is 64, what the heck am I talking about? 60 frames per second at 4K, that is a really good bargain. And who knows, Microsoft might be in trouble again. Who knows if it is indeed 4K, 60 frames per second, true 4K. But all in good time, and we'll see in the future. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up on the video. I would greatly appreciate that, as well as maybe even share the video on social media, your favorite social media places. If you feel your friends, whoever might enjoy my video as well, be sure to share it. And the main thing is, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you did like my content. I would greatly appreciate that as well. So thanks again so much for everybody who stuck to the video and watched it, and I will see you on the next video.